Village News Agency final quarter scoreboard. What was by there he is on screen, the central umpire Ray Edwards, the proprietor of the Corio Village News Agency.
Gee, sell some cards out there. Can he lick an envelope, Ray Edwards? He's got a tongue like a lizard. You've got to drink a bit to wet it now and again too, they tell me. Toby Havey, the president of Modewarre, walked past with a smile on his face.
What's he laughing about? What's Ray Edwards laughing about?
23 plays 62. Up they go. Ball was just knocked to the ground again. Let's see some decisive ruck work, you blokes. Hit the ball 20 yards or something. Daylight to day, Ron. Surely you should go up and try and knock it away from the back.
Exactly. You've got to try. The secret to this game is a bit of luck. You've got to take chances, keep the ball moving at all costs, but no, not today.
Up they go. Bird this time tries to knock it somewhere. Bissett knocks it back over his head and it opens up the play. Russell grabs it, tackled, loses it. Oh, it took a bit long, said the umpire. And Mickey Gibbons, I think, will take free kick at centre weak position for Anakie. Might have been a tough one, says Ronnie Brain as he shakes his head. Down the ground goes the footy. Player retarded in a marking contest, and Shane Friday is going to take this one against Darren Jolly. And Shane Friday, Ron, been a bit disappointing.
Yes, certainly. Darren Nolan, the umpire, did cover himself though and suggest to the Dow's that he was throwing the footy as well.
All right, he goes up towards centre wing, almost a mark to Bissett, not mark. Well played Gibbons at the base of the pack, gathers. Punt kicks the ball forward, looking there for Tate. He can't mark on this occasion. There's Basili, is it getting a kick out of the pack? In towards McLean, towards the centre of the ground. He can't take the mark. Simon's there for Anakie. He kicks the ball out towards centre wing position. Gogol fumbled once, missed one, which was handy because it would have put him in St Vincent's. Gets the hair pass across to Jason Flynn, and the left footer goes down towards half forward zone. But getting back, Big Bird. Big Mick Bird takes a nice mark. He's mobile for a big man, and he plays on it. He chips it out wide, and he's got a teammate out here who marks.
Yes, it could be Girardi. No, it's not Girardi.
Got the bike pants on, couldn't pick him up, Ron.
No, I can't, but his kick is a bit too well weighted. Scotty Simon doesn't mind, though, because he's hit him right on the chest. Simon thumps it to the direction of the big fella Bissett. That was Corey. Went for the second bite. Couldn't do so as Friday comes in and kicks it out to, last weekend. I think you'll find he's popped it over the line and out of bounds just prior to the... No, it is on the full. And there is the Dowser giving the old guest video cameras a wave. And he's enjoying his footy here this afternoon.
He's singing, come a little bit closer, and you will see. And here's Gibbons. Gibbons taking the free kick.
Good afternoon.
And he punt kicks the ball long towards, forward pocket position. Players rise. Bissett's up, can't mark at the base of the pack. In there, working hard. Gogol over on the footy. Friday's a chance. Friday taps the ball further forward. He's got a player coming down the ground here in Styles, who gathers the footy with a fair bit of style too. Punt kicks to the centre of the ground. Up they go. No mark taken. Hand pass for Anakie. Comes back in the direction of Hovey. Oh, nearly his head pulled off. Is that a legal tackle, Ronnie? I think it's legal. He had him by the jump and up over the shoulder. And the free kick going to go here the way of Anakie.
Yeah, it's the old Peter China Connell. Goes out to Gogol. Oh, he dropped the centre too. Neff won't be happy. Hell without the ball for mine, and we'll get the free kick at half foot. Ronnie Stoop not happy and has suggested so with the umpire. But I've got to tell you, Stoopy, Gogol's kick.
Yeah, Neville Gogol. I called him a veteran the other week. He told me that I didn't like being called a veteran. He's not
or empty either.
Or empty either. You're not a spring chicken, Nev, I'll tell you now. You've been around a while. And he's got the ball outside half forward. He kicks it into the forward zone, into the corridor. Oh, everyone up. Corey Bissett stayed down. Oh, fumbled one. He had half a charge. Caught one round the neck. Play on's the call. Oh, he should have got a kick there, half a charge. Corey Bissett does a tumble with a 3.7 degree of difficulty. And he gets up and hands the ball back with a smile to the umpire. That would have scored a gold medal of the Olympics, that one, Corey.
It certainly would have, Cookie. Bounced down a good one. Up they go. Bird thumps it towards the goal line, but can't find it. And as we see, copying one there. Good strong work there for the Anakie side as Jeff Stiles was well shepherded off the footy, and it's allowed now a little short pass, and has found the coach of the Anakie side. The heap, Daryl Bissett, hasn't had a lot to do, but by jingoes,
he's brilliant first quarter. He was brilliant first quarter. He played back in there in the third quarter against the Bruce, and I reckon he's lost some weight. What do you think, Ron? Here comes the heap. He's a mate of mine. It's all right. Comes in. Have a look at him bend this back. He said, stick that up your nose, Cookie. Magnificent kick from Daryl Bissett. He's kicked his second. Oh, what a goal.
Great goal. And he's a magician, isn't he, really? He just knows what to do at the right time. And on that occasion, bent the ball back sweetly. A real skill of the leather is Daryl. The heap Bissett kicks Anakie's 10th goal. Corio Village News Agency. Final quarter scoreboard. Anakie 10-8-68. Modewarre 2:11.23, and who would have thought that this was going to happen, David Cook?
Well, I didn't, Ron. You tipped Anakie, but you weren't sure which way to go. I tipped the Warriors' home ground advantage and the advantage of the Moose's 150th and Boxer's 100th, but it's not to be. Up goes the big fella Tate, knocks it to the ground. McLean tried to crash his way through the pack. Might have been claimed high in that tackle for mine, and he's going to take the free kick in the centre. Oh, it's called. I think Jason Flynn gets it. And Jason Flynn, he got the shock of his life, I think. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Over the back. A race for the footy. Sean Phillips is there. So too is Elmer. Knocked back towards Elmer. Elmer picks up. Elmer goes bang on right foot. Elmer! Oh, he's fudded it. Elmer fud that time. Offline 1 point only to Jamie Elmer. And, well, we're having a giggle up here. We've got to enjoy the footy while you're here, Brady. Offline at 1 point only on the board as Jackson boots the ball back into play.
Yeah, lovely kick too on the outer side. The high flight at the back of the pack there, Brendan Jolly. Not paid, man in front. Good call, umpire Edwards. As we see now, that looked like Jeff Stiles kicks up to half back.
Well, Scotty Simon was up very high there, Ron.
Certainly was, and well, he's going to get the free kick too.
I think he's paid the mark.
Surely not.
Had the hands upon it, lost it on the way down for mine. Simon spears the pass to Corey Bissett. Too far, too much carry. Ben Beggs thrown off the footy. Little kick by Bird. Here's a chance for Empty. Kick it up the ground. Empty! 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 It's full! It's a goal! Magnificent kick by Neville Gogol. He kicks his second goal of the day. He prefers playing down there than a half-back flank caper, Roddy.
Certainly does. Bit of a Juventus coming in there. Some very fine footwork from our fine feathered friend in Neville Gogol. And has kicked a lovely second goal for himself and the Anglesey Roos 11th.
We should have the bloke calling the footy that does those ads for Mobile and Gogomobile on the TV. G-O-G-O-L. He'd do that all right, wouldn't he?
There's a few of the boys there enjoying a cold cleanser out here.
Out of the wind there too, Ronnie, behind the coach's box. And not a bad judge, those blokes. They're drinking Vic. That's a good judge for a start. And they're behind the coach's box out of the breeze. 11-9-75, place 2, 11-23, the Cry Village News Agency scoreboard. Here come Anakie again out of the middle. Can they get another goal on the board? Oh, player held. Gogol held without it. Play on the call. Goes back towards the big fella Tate. He's tackled in the tackle, actually. And they stack it on top of it, and the base of the pack comes out. Little right foot kick. That looked like Tate again. Down to the forward zone they go. No mark taken. The Rockies clock shows us the time, and Corey Bissett shows us the goal. Bang! Another one on the board. Anakie! They're playing like champions, Brady, as Corey kicks his fourth.
Yeah, 4 goals, 3. Not a bad effort from the big spearhead, and moves his tally to 34. Only 3 off the pace now of Rodney Boothroyd. As we see the Cry Village News Agency final quarter scoreboard. Anakie 12-9-81. 58-point leaders over Modewarre 2-11-23.
Ronnie, the Warriors, I'd suggest, haven't kicked a goal since I would think about the 18-minute mark of the second quarter. A real worry for Coach David Cook there. No firepower. They've had no runners today. They've missed the run of Neil Smith, I can say, and they've missed the run of David Cook also. But they've been completely outclassed here today, just showing you how Anakie can play on their game. Up goes the big fella Tate, knocks it to the ground, goes straight past Stiles, picked up by Gogol, G-O-G-O-L. Down to the forward pocket goes Gogol. It's a good kick and out in front. This will be a mark, I reckon. A good mark too, taken in defence by Steve Janetsky.
Yep, Janetsky plays on quickly. Good support there from his running half back there in that number 12. Yeah, that's Janetsky himself.
Yeah, give it to himself. He's a good play. He got it up in the end, up to Bryce Basili. He's kicked the ball and up in front, taking a lovely mark is the Bradford Bat.
Done it all day too, and I tell you what, he's killed them. Big spiral, up they go, in front, couldn't take the ball, was Jet Jackson, but he butters up well. Quick as a flash goes to McLean. The little fella breaks clear, the vice-captain, goes wide, but it's all Anakie. Bradford tries to ship it off. Good work there, allowing Scotty Simon now to turn, pivot and kick the ball back to half forward. Again, the Jackson feeds off the hand pass. McLean, this time, can he do something better with it? No, he can't. Clean bowls everybody. The big fella, the Moose, feeds off to Stoopy now. Goes over the footy, but he's well pressured there by the defence of the Anakie side. And I think you'll find about his throw-in take place.
Right in front of the Graham with the Plummer side. Nice yellow side that would come up beautifully on screen. Well, she's back on the ground. That's good to see. Takes it out of the air. Fresh air shot. Relayed, punch, kick. forward. Here it goes. Here's Tate. This is the young fella, Jason Tate, I think. There's two of them out there. He gathers, gets the ball across the ground. Jamison intercepts, wants to get rid of it in a hurry. He does so. Well played by Jamison. Away goes to Scott Hearn at centre half back, and Hearn goes with right foot. Goes to the defensive side of the ground. Out comes Clug. Uses the fist, knocks the ball towards the fence, and out of bounds it goes. Right where those boys were drinking the cans. We might even get another shot of them. Here's one of them. Drop the can. Got the footy back to the umpire. Good to see support at local level and players and spectators getting a well together on.
That's a good call, Cookie. Clug can't trap it. Oh, Dowser's held there by the go goal, as we see that, umpire agrees with yours truly, and the Dowser will get the free kick at right half back.
He thinks he's in the movies. I think Darryl
This
Russell.
bloke's having a good time, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in the movies. Don't give him a camera. He's got the kick. Now he has a look around. He said the camera's ready. Okay, I'll kick it now. He punt kicks the ball towards centre wing. Too high for Mason. Here's Big Welshie taking a beauty on the centre wing. Geez, been a great play. Been up the ground for a while there, Ronnie. But he's back on now and he puts the boot into it. Tumbles the punt down towards the half forward flank. Oh, out comes Jolly. Is that a mark? Yes, the umpire says I should say so. And I should certainly say so too. Jolly wants to play on quickly. In towards Corey. Corey's got it. And Corey, I think, will kick it.
Yeah, I think, great build-up, great overhead marking, and ball will be a little slippery too, Cookie. Strong men, these Anakie Kangaroos. Comes in now from about 35 metres. The drop punt, it looks
what
good.
A beauty.
Straight through the centre.
What a beauty.
5 goals.
I've
Corey
never
Bissett.
seen one as good as that before. Corey kicks his 5th. Look at him, he's practising again. Get it down here again, he said. I'll boot you another one before the siren goes. It's all Anakie. What a form reversal. The runner's out there. That's your mate, Ronnie, the runner.
Wayne Moore, he's the secretary, he's the treasurer,
does
he's
everything.
the runner, and I tell you what, he does everything out of Anakie.
And the scoreboard shows us 23 plays, 87. Corea Village News Agency scoreboard, and the time clock ticks away to 12.5 minutes, final quarter. The game's all over. Let's see how many Corey Bissett can get in this last stages of the final quarter. And Welshie's back on the ground, by golly. He gets it out of the centre again. Little kick towards Tate. He's played a good game, this boy, Jason Tate. Goes with left foot, out towards half forward flank. Needs a bit of support. He goes back and gets it himself. Loses it in the tackle. Hand pass here. No, he's Jamison says, I'll get a hand pass. Now I'll kick the ball up in the air. Oh, Bissett pushed his opponent Jackson out of the way with sheer strength and takes the mark. I said, how many more can he kick? Brady, here comes another one.
Certainly Corey Bissett, he's 30 metres out directly in front, and I mozzed him once before and I said he'd have to fall over. I won't say it this time, Cookie, but I reckon he'll kick it.
I don't think the bruise is an issue for him this time as it was the previous time when you said he might fall over. Look at this. Goal umpire just moves across a little. I think it's all right, Rod. Yeah, it's a full points on the board. Corey Bissett kicks his 6th. Anakie coming home with a wet sail. They had the game won at half time, but they're certainly going for the jugular here. Percentages is an issue for them as Modewarre have just kicked 2 goals, 11, 23 points for the day on the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. Anakie have gone, we'll just wait for that to come up on the screen there, Ronnie. It just went off very quickly. There it is, 14 goals, 993, and we've played 13 and a half minutes of the last quarter.
Ronnie, Rockies, where you get your keys cut.
I'll do the commentary while the Bano and Brainy do a magnificent rendition we don't want to hear again. Darryl Bissett knocked the ball to the ground. Coming through, Sean Phillips lost the foot as he tried to kick it off the ground. It's just likely to take his on the centre. Gogol gets the hand pass away to Bissett, who's off and running, but the free kick had been paid. And Darryl Bissett rues the occasion there as he was off.
Yeah, certainly was. Bryce Basili now goes short there, but couldn't find the big arms of Michael Wood. Aylmer goes in. No, it wasn't. Andrew Jamison, who didn't like the treatment he got.
And his opponent there not very happy. Michael Wood there. Looks like there could be a bit of a dance around. You follow the footy, right, because the camera's still on the blue. Now the blue's over, boys.
Go, goal! He's kicked his 3rd. Lovely goal on the run from 35. Pops through. I tell you what, Anakie are on fire. 15 big ones here this afternoon, and they've kept the old Warriors to 2.
G-O-G-O-L. Goggle. Well played, Neville Goggle. I was watching the fight while Ronnie was watching the footy, and it gone to 15 goals, 99 points on the board. Anakie. Modewarre, a very sultry 2 goals, 23 points. Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. It's all happening in the final quarter, and it's happening down there through the agency of Goggle and Corey Bissett. We haven't seen much of Beaky this quarter. Let's see if they can bob one up.
Rocky, where you get your kick.
14.5 minutes gone, final quarter. I'm working with 2 idiots, but I'm doing the job all right. As the umpire bounces the ball back in the centre, Ray Edwards says, I'm going to try it again. Too many players stacking on top of that for my liking. And you see the 38 jumper of Mickey Gibbons and Glenn McLean in the picture there. Also Jamison there of Anakie with the long hair. Bounce down, up goes Welsh. Does it nicely. Wood's in the ruck now. Doesn't matter. Welsh gets it, loses the footy. And Wood and Welsh think about having a bit of a go here, if you don't mind. Michael Wood's a bit fired up at the moment. And Paul Welsh is not the man to go out, I can tell you. He's a bit of a tough fella. Back the ball goes towards half forward. Charge here for Anakie. Whistle on play, Ronnie. Temper's getting a bit frayed. A couple of Modewarre boys a little bit disappointed with their performances throughout the day, and it's a ball up decision, and the bounce up will occur.
Up they go. The high flyer there is Justin Tate. Mate, good effort there, the big fella. Kick off the carpet there. I think you'll find was, that man Styles. Only goes as far as Gibbons, who was held without the football, and Mickey Gibbons, a very steady performer here this afternoon, takes possession for the Anakie side, right in the heart of the MCG. Let's go with a big spiral torpedo! Bissett! Corey! Corey! What a lovely mark! Corey!
Poor people out there at the Queen of the West. This man has been off the beer for 3 months or 2 weeks or something. He's had one can today and I thought he is hopeless. He doesn't know what he's doing. Corey Bissett knows what he's doing though. I wonder if he can kick his 7th for the day. It's a pretty good effort because you've only got the use of the breeze for 2 quarters, Ronnie. Will you shut up and stop singing? I'll take the call as Bissett comes in, punts for goal. Umpire's dripped it across. I think it's home.
Bang,
yeah, another one.
Bang.
Yeah, Corey Bissett kicks his 7th. He's played a great game. 7 goals, 3 he's kicked. He gave one to Ben Beggs. He's in line for the best player on the ground. And that magnificent trophy from the Rockies 24-hour Locksmith Time Clock Shop, because it is a magnificent plaque there, Ron, and a guest video tank, and of course for the best player on the ground, presented at David Ruthdean's Paco Pub.
That's it. The Queen of the West, 7:30. Hope you're enjoying the call as much as we are bringing it to you. They're having a good time out there on the boundary line supporting this great game of ours, country footy.
That bloke's the slowest drink I've ever seen. He's had 17 swings at that can. He might be on another one, I don't know. 105 plays 23. An unbelievable result here. I came out expecting a close tussle. It's been all Anakie. Up goes Welsh. He wins the knockdown. At the base of the pack, a hair pass comes back to Sean Phillips. Up and under. He might mark his own kick here, Sean Phillips, if he goes for it. It went straight up the air. Up goes Scotty Hearn, knocks to the ground. In comes Basili, tries to push the ball forward. Too many players on the footy. Umpire Nolan says, and correctly says, I will ball this one up. And we've played 17 minutes of the final quarter of the Rockies 24-hour Locksmith Time Clock. 104 plays 23. What a win for Anakie Football Club this afternoon.
Unbelievable as we see now that Scotty Hearn kicks it off the carpet up to half forward, and there's the run of Tate. That's Justin. Traps the ball well, but he's beaten on that occasion. No chipping in there was Sean Phillips, but again the Ruse chip in through the agency of Flynn.
Beauty.
And
Corey.
Our producer's starting to sing songs. I'm going to bring me guitar next week. You blokes put you all in tune. Great mark, Corey Bissett. Well played, Joseph Flynn. He's been a lively player throughout the day. And here's Corey a chance to kick number 8. Now he's kicking for the dead pocket. Got the boots on today. Coming in to shoot for goal. Can he kick number 8? He's drifted this one across to the left-hand side. I'd suggest 1 point only will be the result. Correct. And 1 point goes on the board. He's got 6 goals. 4, Ronnie, been an impressive player. 7-4, I beg your pardon.
That's a better
call. Been a
call.
very impressive player.
Certainly has.
Short kick out from fullback finds the arms of Michael Wood, who started the game quite well at full forward but couldn't kick the goals. He now finds himself playing on the ball. He stabs a pass into half-back. Looks like Basili taking the mark there. Well, only back pocket position. Not even half-back yet. Just not sure which way to go. No one offering the lead, so he just punt kicks the ball up in the air. And Dowser Russell sits underneath one and takes quite a nice mark.
Yeah.
Been a trier all day, Russell. Been one of their better players, I believe.
Has one on his wing. Yes.
He runs around the man of the mark, which is Gibbons. Now has to kick hurriedly with left foot. The target up in front is actually up from behind. Costello was up in front. The target from behind was Stoop. He couldn't take the mark. The captain, they used to call him here. couldn't grab it on that occasion, and off hands it goes, and a boundary throw in, and the rain starts to trickle down again, and our poor cameramen will be wondering when it's going to finish. I reckon they'll be freezing cold up there with no tarp today, Ron.
They certainly would. Welsh got a good front spot in that contest there with Mickey Bird. It's been a great tussle all afternoon with these two very, very talented big men from the Kangaroo and Warrior Town, as Ronnie Stoop very gingerly picks himself up off the turf.
Ronnie, interesting you're saying great tussle. I believe that by far Big Paul Welsh has been the much better player because he's used of the ball.
And yet Mickey Bird's had one
of their better players for sure. Yeah, I just think that the big fella, the big ball, has used the ball very, very well.
Certainly.
Here's Bird receiving the free kick from Welsh, ironically. He punt kicks the ball up towards Welsh, centre half forward. Glenn McLean's at the base of the pack. Cop one high, will take the free kick as he buried his way through the pack and got one across the back of the neck. And the little fella McLean takes the free kick. Not one of his better days. Seen him play some beauties. Today wasn't one of them. He stab passes the kick out wide. It's getting very dark out there. He's found a teammate. Is that Wosley? No,
Yes,
it is not.
yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I was right the first time. As the rain now gets pretty heavy, and you boys on the camera, stick with it, fellas. There's only about 10 minutes to go. It'll be the quickest wrap-up of all time. Here's Wosley. He's played very well with the breeze, not too well into it. Long kick from Wosley, drifts away to the right hand, to the left-hand side. Umpire says 1 point goes on the board off the boot of Mickey Wosley. And that's his first score for the day. And 1 point. No goals since about the 18-minute mark of the second quarter for Modewarre. 24 plays 106, Corio Village News Agency scoreboard as the big fella Welsh. This is how he's used the foot. He's kicked that 65 yards easily. Up goes Simon, second bite can't mark. At the base of the pack, he packs it on top, but too many other players in there with him. At the base of the pack, Hovey, I think, is going to get the free kick, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Thought he might have been lucky in that encounter. Thought a ball up might have been the correct decision.
Certainly. Umpire's obviously getting tired as well, Cookie, as we see now Hovey kicks the ball long up to the full forward line. The high flyer Bradford, who's done it all day. China, Peter Connell, good footy, cool as you like, goes out wide, but chipping in now. Ooh,
McLean.
Stu, was it McLean?
Yep.
Yes, it is. Caught one a bit high too, over the back there. Costello over the top of Siddle, couldn't take the ball. Wolf at the ground level for the Anakie side. Fires Jamison, paddles it out wide. Now, again McLean traps it, kicks it quickly. Bare 10 metres travelled, and the Moose takes the footy.
I reckon it went about 1.5. Moose plays on, goes back with the left foot, having a flying shot at goal. Up goes the big fella Welsh. The balls have to come back. If you think Welsh is moving slowly, that's not normal for him. He's got to get the ball and give it back to Moose, who wanted to play on there, but wasn't
and gives
allowed
it back
to.
with a drop kick. He's kicked it 60 metres.
For the drop kick. Well, he's used the ball pretty effectively all day. He's been one of their better players, I know. He was off the ground for a while, but he's going to figure in my votes, Roddy. He set him up when time needed to be set up.
I reckon you're sleeping with him, Cookie.
No, I am not. He was the best player on the ground at half time. Got hurt in the third quarter, come back on the last and certainly made his presence felt. Here comes Motion, left foot kick at the goal mouth. There's a touch to the line. One of the goal umpire. Decision. It's a goal. The Moose has popped one through for his 150th game. Good on you, Moose. Keep at it, son.
Yeah, a real little media star, isn't he, with country footy. It does a great job with Bay FM on 93.9 FM every Monday and Friday morning at about 6:45. And I tell you what, doing a great job for the GDFL and the Modewarre Footy Club.
Yeah, a great guy too. He'd be very disappointed with today's result, but he'll be in the rooms afterwards. He'll share a smile with everyone. He's one of those sort of guys. Tries very hard on the field when he's off it. He's everybody's mate.
Well, that's right. It's probably not the best of days for him today, but conditions didn't suit the big fella today. As we see Corio Village News Agency final quarter scoreboard, Modewarre 3-12-30, trailing Anakie 16-10, 106.
We played, 23 and a half minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock as umpire Edward starts playing the centre. It's getting dark here. Looks all right on the screen, but it's very dark watching it. Phil Dow's had it up. He's going home. He said, I've seen enough of these umpires. Here's the ball instead of half back, and the mark has been taken here by Daniel Mortar, my old mate, Brixton.
Brixton here. He's found Phillips too out there on that outer side half-back flank. He's kicked it long, but that man Bradford, he's one of my better players here this afternoon, has not put a foot wrong for the Kangaroos this afternoon. Mark Bradford, and he'll get the footy at half-back outer side of the MCG.
Just taking a bit of time. He's in no hurry at all. He obviously hasn't got to have a bet at the trots for the first race. He's taking all the time he likes. Bradford now puts the boot into this. Up he goes, well, over the centre wing position, not quite to half forward. No mark taken at the base of the pack. Styles is in there, tries to spin out of it. Might be a hand pass out wide. Let's wait and see what the umpire decides here. Didn't pay the free kick that time. He's not as tired as umpire Ray Edwards, as umpire Noel. He's going to have another bounce.
Yeah, a little bit younger, I would suggest, as Cookie, as we see now the
About
bounce.
40 years, Ron. Kidding, Ray.
Oh,
Kidding.
look at
Here
the
comes
heap.
Bishop, the heap. Had a bounce, if you don't mind. Straightens up on right foot and kicks it about 15 metres. I thought he was going to run in and have a long shot at goal from about 80 yards there, but not enough steam in the legs now, I'd say, the heap. He's just a bit tired.
Oh, he did it well, mate. He just weaved and ducked and just showed the boys how to do it. Complete composure, but under pressure when kicked. Ball back into play. He's got another crack at it now, though, Daz. Over the top he goes. Saw that element, mate. Good position. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Good spoil there by the Modewarre player, Danny Mortar. As we see good support, the Dowser. Spears a lovely pass into another good try of Basili. Plays on quickly. The run of Girardi, a good one. The pass in front there of the Clug. He can't take the fingertip grabber. Now, that was at shoelace level as well. Oh, pulled off the ball there. I think you'll find was
The box, I think.
the box Hovey, and he will get the free kick out of side centre wing of the MCG.
By gee, it's got dark here, Ronnie. It looks, it's all right calling off the screen, but to look out there, unless they're right in front of you, you can't see a thing. Here comes Hovey. Kicks the kick in towards the 50-metre line. He's got to come back and have another one. Umpire not happy with what was happening. Hadn't blown time off, I'd suggest, Ronnie. Now he blows time off. And here comes Hovey. This is a better kick. A bit more closer to the fence, though. Up goes Moose and can't mark. At the back of the pack, he got support. That looks like Styles going through. Hand pass is spoilt there by Jamison. And over the line she goes. No, it's come off the boot, has it?
Yes, it has.
Well, it's a free kick, and it's going to go the way of an Anakie defender there. Won't quite show us the number, Ronnie.
Mark Bradford it is.
Bradford, the bat, is it?
Get the bat. Kicks it long. Kicked off the carpet. Good work there too there from
Good ball.
Jason Flynn. Now, the bouncy ball. Doesn't sit too kindly there, but trapped sweetly Scotty Hearn. Inboard with a lovely hand pass to the big fella, Justin Tate, who shows some dash. Up to Bissett. In front. Gould knocked away. Good work, Jackson. Got it back. Pretty hot it was. Quick hands there from his teammate in Janeski, who's found his teammate out there, Michael Wood, who plays on good football, the Warriors, and found his teammate there, Mick Wellesley, at half-back.
Yeah, Wosley now kicks this into the breeze. It holds up in the breeze too. And here he is, the old fellow Walsh. He takes the mark easy as you like. Loves that kick beyond the game stuff. Spears it into the heap. Daryl Besson takes the mark. Hand passes. That looked like Costello coming down the ground. It was. Had to look twice because he's down at half forward. Hand pass towards Gibbons. Pushes it on in front of him. Welsh's there to butter up and help him. And hands and knees the big fella. Can he get the ball out? He's trying hard. He got it out eventually to Costello, but the umpire had immediately blown the whistle just before he got the ball out, and he's going to ball this one up. Well, there it is. There's the 50-metre line, almost right on the tape. Lovely bounce.
Up they go. The big fella again. Walsh, geez, battled hard. Jackson this time well in front there of a very tired Corey Bissett. Does well, goes short and finds Mickey Wellesley at half-back out of sight of the ground.
Wosley unloads with that left foot, the fabulous left foot of his, goes out towards centre wing. Up goes Phillips, takes the mark, defensive side of centre wing in fact, and Short Phillips now sends the Warriors up over the centre wing towards half forward, looking for Clug. It's knocked away from him by Bradford. Well played, Bradford. Over the boundary line it goes, and Clug and Bradford just saying, well, let's not go on with this as the game's all over. It's not the Inverleigh Hotel sign there, Ronnie, too. We can see the umpire throws the ball back into play. Very nice photo of that sign. Here's the judge here for Tate. He's been a good player, that boy, number 10. 27.5 minutes gone, final quarter of the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. You can screw the scoreboard there. It's 105 plays, nothing. Here's the charge for Jamison. Picks up for Anakie. Kicks the ball towards centre half forward. Coming out Michael Wood. Had a fair last quarter. Picks up. Kicks the ball across the face of the ground. Looking out there for a teammate. He's got one there in Wosley. Spins under that left foot of his. Kicks the ball to the centre of the ground. But Costello! Aberton. I call him Aberton. Remember them? Aberton Costello? They were famous on TV when it was black and white, you blokes. Here's Costello. Oh, he's as funny as Aberton Costello. He sold the blind term and then spirals the torpedo.
Beautiful.
Punt pass. You don't see too many torpedo punt passes. What a kick. What a mark to the big fella Welshie.
Oh, put your teeth back in, Cookie. A torpedo punt pass.
Very hard to say, Ron, when you're excited, but what a good grab. The ball's pretty slippery out there. Torpedoes are hard to mark any old time. Now, Walshie's run towards the right point post. He's kicked it back and it's springing back, but it's not enough. Up they go. Bissett's in front, punched away from him at the base of the pack. They've got support down there. Have the teammates of the Modewarre Warriors. They've got it out to Michael Wood, who takes the mark, plays on immediately, and away they come out of defence.
Yeah, Janetsky with good hands there to Basili. Good footy, Warriors. Goes short. The Basili kick, not a good one. Now, working hard at ground level there for the Kangaroos. Jason Tate caught one a bit high, I think you'll find, and will get the free kick for the Anakie side.
Almost siren time here, final quarter, the Corio Village News Agency final quarter. And we see Tate, he's been a good player, this boy, like him, Jason Tate. Where was he last week? Ron didn't see much of him last week. Got the ball towards half forward. Got to get consistency in these youngsters out there at Anakie. They'll be a good side. Let's get back to the play now as the hand pass comes. Ooh, just ran past one. That was very nicely done indeed. And that was Sean Phillips. Kicks the ball into the centre of the ground. It bounces end over end. Bounce pretty important here. Picked up by Wolf. Wolf goes out wide. Woof, says the crowd. As Wolf gets around the big fellow in Mason. Gets a hand pass back. Finds Jamison. Fell over, able to get up, kicking towards centre half forward, over the head of all players. The siren's gone, mercifully for the Warriors. You see big Paul Welsh raise his arms. Pat Corey Bissett on the back there, and Anakie. Well, to my mind, a big boil over. Not so much the win, but the margin, Ronnie, have bolted in.
They certainly have, Cookie. Great game of football here this afternoon by the Anakie Kangaroos. As we'll come back with the best players and goal kickers. Final scoreline on the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard shows that Anakie 16-10, 106 points, have soundly defeated the Modewarre Warriors 3 goals, 12, 30 points in a very disappointing performance here this afternoon.
Goal kickers for Modewarre, 1 goal to Paul Meesa, 1 to Michael Wood and 1 to Jamie Siddle. Whilst for Anakie, they have many contributors up forward. 2 goals were kicked by Daryl Bissett. 3 goals were kicked by G-O-G-O-L, Neville Gogol. Well played, Gogs. 4 goals to Benny Beggs, the nose picker. And we have seen Corey Bissett kick 7 goals for this afternoon for the Anakie Football Club.
Okay, first of all, Cookie, let's go back to the first half of football. Well, Modewarre had all the football in that first quarter, but kicked badly for goal. 8 shots to 0 and only had a lead of 13 points.
Well, whilst 8 shots to 0 might look bad, let's give credit here. I think there were 2 or 3 rush behinds there to the Roos. They rushed a few through, and also in that first quarter on, Anakie continually played the dead side of the ground. You can see them on screen there. They'd be pretty happy out there. I think Daryl Bissett's telling them that's a better performance. You've got to try from the start of the game, not from half time, as they did last week. But early in that first quarter, Bissett especially, and the big fella Paul Welsh, continually kicked the ball to the dead pocket no matter what, and it showed results because it's very hard to kick goals from that dead pocket when the wind was very strong. And although it looks bad 1-7 on paper, perhaps the opportunities weren't quite as good as they could have been had they attacked the far side of the ground. Bissett and Welsh just held them up there in defence and continually went across the ground. I said at quarter time, how do you give a side full points when they've got naught score on the board? But I thought it was their first quarter, and in the second quarter we saw them come out and kick 7 goals, 5 with the Breeze, with Beggs and Corey Bissett targets down there, whilst against the Breeze just 1 goal, 2 went on the board to the Modewarre Warriors. At half time it was 21, played 47, 26 points. Wasn't an insurmountable lead, but the third quarter, Modewarre kicking with the Breeze, which had dropped, managed just 2 behinds, whilst against the Breeze, 2 goals, 3 were kicked by the Roos. And Roddy, at that stage, 62 played 23. It was 39 points there, but the game was all over. But didn't they finish it off? The Roos in the last quarter kicked 7 goals 2 to 1 goal 1, and just completely eclipsed a disappointing Modewarre here at the MCG this afternoon.
Yes, certainly, Cookie, and better players first of all here this afternoon for the Anakie side. And up until half time, you can't go past Daryl Bissett. I thought his game was sensational. He set it up for the Anakie Football Club in that first quarter by the tactics that he imposed, not only to himself but his whole defence. Very disciplined defence, and they obviously set it up well in that first half of football, having, let's have a look, Cookie, it's about a 28-point lead, I think you'll find it at half time, and just have gone right away with it. Other better players, very impressed with Benny Beggs. His last half of football wasn't called on a lot, but he'd kicked 4 goals up until that time, and gee whiz, he was a real little live wire for them up there in the forward line. Other better players up to half time, Mark Bradford, I thought his defensive work, his leaping, his tackling, his smothering was great. I've also liked the efforts of a couple of younger kids too, Jason Tate and Jason Flynn. Worked very hard for the Anakie side.
I was impressed with Jason Tate, number 10. I just wonder where he was last week. Did he play last week?
No, I think you'll find he was either in the seconds or unavailable.
There's Brett Revere. He looks nice and warm on camera, does he? Looks freezing. We've just got Daryl Bissett's wife walking past here. Debbie, you look a bit happier today. No, I didn't call him fat again. I called him burly, and I said he's lost weight at one stage, but I did laugh shortly afterwards. Good on you, Debbie. She's a good sport. She's very pleased today because they were disappointed last week. Debbie just walking past there. I was impressed with Jason Tate. Your mate, Ian, half a chance. I thought he showed a lot of desperation today. A play with long sleeves, usually thinks a fringe area player in my book, but not Ian half a chance. He was in there doing his best. Darryl himself played well. Corey kicked the goals. Brendan Jolly, not one of his better ones. Costello was solid. Jason Flynn was good, as you said, Ron. Mickey Gibbons, Scotty Hearn, Dibbits. Bradford, the bat, at centre half back. He played very well, Mark Bradford. Bradford bats, in case if anyone doesn't know, the things you put in your ceiling. Yeah, well, he was up at the ceiling of the best players today. And Justin Tate, number 53, also did quite well for his side.
Okay, Cookie. Well, it's just about that time to
got to give the votes in a hurry, Ron. The boys are freezing out there on the cameras, and I'll go first if that's all right with you.
You go for it.
I gave 1 point to big Paul Welsh, who controlled the game till half time. Went off during the third quarter of the injury, come back on in the last quarter, and again took over and his direction. And he used the ball so well. He kicked it 65 yards every time he got it, and usually found a teammate. 2 votes I go to the bat. Bradford bat, centre half back. I thought he played very well. Mark Bradford for 4 quarters, a good football. And you're going to laugh at my 3 votes. I know you're going to laugh at my 3 votes, but I thought the best player on the ground during these conditions where we didn't have much use of the ball at some stage, every kicking into the breeze, I thought Corey Bissett, with 7 goals for, he gave one away to Benny Beggs. He contested until the last bit of the last quarter when he was very, very tired. I thought his performance was very good on a very awkward day to catch the footy and a very awkward day to kick it. To kick 7 goals, I thought was a great performance.
Yeah, Cookie, that's a good call. I was contemplating giving Corey a vote. It was all done in the last half, and well, he's quite a talented player, as you've mentioned, and he's prominent in that first half. Was there.
Well, the first quarter he couldn't touch the ball because he didn't get down there. But the other 3 quarters, when the ball was reachable, he kicked 7 goals for and gave 1 away and took quite a few strong grabs.
Yeah, he took some great marks. It was a focal point there.
Ronnie, your votes, please.
Well, I went for the kids. I thought that certainly Corey was spectacular today with the marks that he took, and 7 goals in any game of football is a great effort. But I'll go 1 vote to Jason Flynn. I thought the kid wearing that 33 Guernsey, he just didn't stop doing all the harassing and the tackling and the smothering and all the hard things of footy. And I reckon Jason Tate, congratulations, he got my 1 vote.
That's Jason Flynn, Ron.
So Flynn, sorry.
I knew you'd get it right.
2 votes, Jason Tate, another youngster. The number 10 Guernsey, he didn't stop all day, and a real big future for both of these Jasons because they're only kids, and congratulations to both of them for playing such a great game here this afternoon.
I reckon you go 3 votes to the bat. Have I preempted?
Correct, mate, Cookie. Mark Bradford, the high-flying springboard of defence into attack here this afternoon, set it up in that first half, polished it off in the last half. Congratulations, Mark Bradford. My 3 votes here this afternoon.
What about Ed Eric, Noel Fanning? Can we get him on air, Ron?
Yeah, you can actually, and my votes have been very similar to your votes. I've given 1 vote to the bloke I gave 3 votes to last Saturday, Paul Welsh.
Very good.
I've given 2 votes to a bloke who I didn't think did a lot, but I guess when you kick 7 goals...
Oh, right, I'm with you.
Corey Bissett.
Right.
And I gave 3 votes to Bradford.
Very good.
Well, it would appear, Ronnie, that Mark Bradford would be judged the best player on the ground and received that magnificent shield from Rocky's 24-hour locksmiths out there at Karaya Village. 2 points, I think. He gets the APCO Easy Shop mug and the guest video mug too, I'd suggest too. And 2 points, I think you would give to Corey Bissett.
Yes,
Ronnie with 5 points. And the 3rd place getter.
Well, you've really got to give it to Paul Welsh.
He polled off 2 commentators rather than just the 1 for Jason Tate. So, yeah, Paul Welsh. But unanimous there just about with Mark Bradford, Corey Bissett, the 2nd best player, and Paul Welsh, the veteran, receives the 3rd best player from the guest video.
Okay, hope you've enjoyed it as much as what we have. About time to wander over now and have a cold cleanser with Ruth and Dean.
Just before you go, Ron, here's the umpires up there, Ray Edwards and Darren Nolan. The boundaries were Josh Allen and Damien Hallway. And the goal umpires, Clive Truan and Harold Chuckafowler. Just that shot there's Brett Revere on camera there. Commentators Ronnie Brain, David Cook. Brett Revere, that's him on the camera there. He's freezing. He said, wind it up, wind it up. Sean Cannon's up the top. Aaron, how cold do you reckon he is? And Robert Watson. And now, of course, out to the Noel Fanning. Hasn't missed the beat all day. We've had tarps blown away. We've had all sorts. We're in a fish and chip stall here calling the game. It's been sensational. That's just so. Karaya Village News Agency scoreboard. 3 goals, 12, 30 points, Modewarre. Anakie, 16 goals, 10, 106. That boy's having a smoke on camera. I think that's Brett Revere. And he drinks a lot of Bundy rum. He'll light up in a minute as he puffs again. Thank you, Ronnie.
Yeah, thank you very much, David Cook, for another great and enlightening commentary here this afternoon of round 8 GDFL Match of the Day for the 94 season.
What do you want, son? A piece of flake and chips, is it? Right, I'll get it for you in a minute.